find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Washington football team. We go from Denver. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Shedding through the tackle. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Howell. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Turner. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off-play action. Howell winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, it's Washington. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Open man is Trey Burton. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's got Burton here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Yeah, their defensive side did that. but he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now it's Wilson. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but we think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Howell. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake. Howell. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
2nd and 2. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. These two teams all tied after one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Picked off near the 44. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100. And 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him. But many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled out a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Channel 52.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only...
They got his man complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there for Denver.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Two yards left on second down from the 9. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Try to power it in with Arma. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
A final shot before break. Howell winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw. Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Trey Burton His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson going for Burton, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
58,
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On first down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. There he goes, right side. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Washington on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A give running right, Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A nice-looking play to start the drive. Down the middle and complete.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Wilson. Able to get away. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. 35, 35.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not.
He's got a man complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He completes this to Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. On 1st down, Howell. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing on first down, Powell. He's got Turner, and he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.